Welcome to GigaCrete. This is Andrew Dennis. I'm the founder of the company and the inventor of the product lines. We're standing right now inside our GigaLab, where we do our own internal product testing, where we actually optimize the materials prior to sending them out to third-party accreditation. Typically we use Intertek. This is a sample tester where what's called a hard body impact test, where a given weight is pulled back and a material sample is placed in between the impactor and this metal sheet. In this case, we use National Gypsum's 5/8 high impact drywall, and this is an impact test showing the damage on a 72.5 pounds impact. And the relevance to this is we have to use other materials that are currently in the market to use as a gauge with our own materials. Code for this particular impact test, which is called an ASTM C1629, requires that a certain amount of impact is put into the material source and cannot penetrate all the way through. So in this case we use National Gypsum product. And here is our exterior Stucco Max product, where we, at 72 pounds, bounced off it. So we took it up to 150 pounds, which is the code high limit, and we bounced off it again. So then we took it up to 221 pounds, and we stopped there because we couldn't pull the weight back any further. So you can see here, there's a ring that very little damage, almost no indent even to it. So this is 221 pounds of impact for this particular hard body impact test. Obviously a pass. This material is used on the exterior of the house and on our new Giga Roof product. Here we are at the Tabor abrasion test. This is a machine that's set up where a material sample is put on this turntable like an old-fashioned record player. This is supposed to rotate 300 cycles with two given weights, 500 grams on each of these two grinding wheels. And as this rotates, the grinding wheels eat into the material sample. This is what happens after 50 cycles of Georgia Pacific's exterior gypsum board. It's got a fiberglass coating on it. 50 cycles, obviously it's failed the test. Here we've got US Gypsum's VHI board, which is high impact drywall, basically. 50 cycles again. And then here we've got Stucco Max, our exterior finish, which is the wall finish and the roof finish, that's taken it all the way up to the 300 cycle mark, and you can barely feel the indent in this. And this one is actually Plastamax, which you may not even be able to see. There's almost no perceptible indent in the material whatsoever. Tests are repeated many times. So we've got different types of Plastamax, whether it's a hard burnish finish or just a typical wall finish. And the differences do change slightly, but all of these have easily passed the test. This is a compression tester. Every batch we make, we take samples from it, a series of cylinders. These are typical concrete test cylinders, in this case the 2x4 cylinders. And after these have cured, they're put inside this machine. You'll see here that this is the place for the material to go. There's actually a fixture that it fits into, and then hydraulic pressure forces down on the test cylinder to a point where it breaks. At the point of breaking, even if it's just a crack, it doesn't necessarily have to shatter like this. It will register here how many pounds of force was put on that. From that we can extrapolate the pounds per square inch applied to the material. So our quality control for Plastamax, at the low end we're 8,000 psi, and at the high end we're higher than 10,000 psi. So our typical product that we ship on a regular basis is in the 9 to 9,500 psi range. On Stucco Max we have a different mix entirely, and that's the exterior product, and the quality control range on that is 3,000 psi and higher. So typically that material is about 3 to 3,500 psi. One of the toughest tests in the lab is actually a dishwasher test. This is designed to create an accelerated weathering test protocol. Material samples are stacked inside a dishwasher, and I can tell you, if you ever have dishwasher problems, buy a Maytag. This thing's been running for 4 years around the clock. never been a problem. This is a typical sample of our competitors' material. Obviously, to do benchmark tests, we need someone else's product against our own product. Particularly when you come out with a new product, you want to test something that's already code approved with a history, which we've done. Here in front of me, I'm going to show you what happens after several cycles in a dishwasher. This is one of our competitors' products. Maybe I shouldn't mention the name. Each of which are put over foam. This is not yet been exposed to the dishwasher test. This is what happens after 2 cycles. You can see the degradation now and the exposure of texture, meaning something's come off. So we're now exposing the aggregate, the sand inside the mix. 2 cycles. 3 cycles. You can see here pieces are now flaking out completely and actually breaking away. And then here, this is now considered a failure. This is 6-month-old product. Reason that's important, the product's had plenty of time to cure. This is 3 cycles in a dishwasher. It's completely coming undone. This is now a failure. And then this one has degraded even further. This is 5 cycles. Now I want to show you a roofing product. This is 10 cycles in a dishwasher. This particular product is a gypsum board or a gypsum roof board with fiberglass in it. And the fiberglass is there really to protect the gypsum board. And at 3 cycles it was damaged. At 10 cycles it's absolutely gone. Now the comparison would be our exterior product. This is Stucco Max. This is 100 cycles in a dishwasher, followed by 30 freeze-thaw cycles at minus 20 degrees centigrade. And then a new board we're developing currently is a gypsum board replacement. This is what the board looks like prior to going into the dishwasher. And this is what it looks like after 100 cycles in a dishwasher. The only change is obviously the color. It went green, which isn't such a bad thing because we're a green products manufacturer. And we suspect maybe chlorine in the Las Vegas water has caused this, this color change. Now this is a huge departure from the gypsum board industry and the wood industry because this would be an interior and an exterior product. It would replace wood, it would replace OSB and gypsum board. This would be fire rated, it's insect resistant, it can be nailed, and it can be cut with regular tools much the same as wood or gypsum board is. And one of the things we're developing on this is surface texture finishes and the lightweight core material, making the material as light as possible. And obviously this type of material can be colored, it can be sized in various thicknesses, and we anticipate this will be an absolutely massive brand new product to come out this year.